after wearing short hair for freaking, it feels like forever, I finally got me some more 34-inch hair. And hey, look at that. Yes. So, this hair is from the one and only I Wear Glam Hair. This is the bag that all of my bundles that I've received from them so far have come in. So all I have in 10 bundles of 34-inch. And I'm like, oh my God, I've never wore that much hair at one time, although I've heard other people say it. And then I posted on Instagram that I had in 7.5 bundles of 34-inch. People were like, oh my God, like why so much hair? And it's really full. And people were like, is it heavy? I'm like, it's not heavy. It's actually very flowy. It's very light. It's not heavy at all. However, I've spoken about this before on my channel, but you guys also know that when you do buy longer lengths, the actual weft gets shorter. So it really just depends on the company. I know you guys know that I had 34 inches once before, but I ended up cutting that. And it was like this when I originally had that one as well, but I ended up cutting that into a middle part and putting layers into it. And of course, when you put layers in it, it takes a lot of the length in the hair away, especially when you're chopping a lot of the front off. So I didn't want to do that. Originally, this was supposed to be a Morticia Addams inspired look. It was supposed to be a dead set middle part, and then it was supposed to just be bone straight with no layers. What ended up happening was the closure was too short. And this is my silk base closure from Closure Store. But my closure was too short. So when your closure is short like that, it stops at a certain point. So it's like you have it's a built-in layer that you're not going to be able to get rid of. So I had to pretty much, you know, do what I know. And I wanted it straight and sleek. I did not want it to be curled at all. I've been doing a lot of curls lately. And I miss, you know, my 1 in a million hair. This is their Brazilian straight, bone straight, okay? This hair straightens like a dream. A lot of you guys always ask me what flat irons I use on my straight hair. This is the only flat iron that I use on my straight hair. And this is their Remington. I don't know what size this is, but just look at it around my hand and you kind of can go from there. But I think it's like the biggest one that they make. I use this to pretty much seal my lusternousness in. And then also I received this really beautiful crystal blinged out, as you can see, I Wear Glam hair flat iron. And I use this for like a lot of my bang area, like right here in the front. Just to kind of go over it. It's not hot right now. And this goes up to 455 degrees. This thing, and you guys know I have 2 different sizes when it comes to straight hair. Because you have to get the roots, like the root area, you have to get that. And you really can't get that because this is too big. But this covers a lot of area in a little bit amount of time. So this is for more for the root area. But I will say that it does, it's beautiful, but it's functional. Sometimes you end up with stuff like this and then it's just really cute to have, but it really doesn't serve a real purpose. Because I know I was given one and it worked really well, but it only went up to like 200 and something degrees. So you guys know, I think this one goes to 455 as well. So these 2 are the only things that I use to make sure that my hair stay pin straight. And you guys know I've talked about the products that I use, which is the Beyond the Zone spray, which is the orange spray, and I use the Garnier Fructis Maximum Hold spray, and I mix that, and it keeps my hair. It keeps my hair like this, like just very fine, very silky. It moves. It doesn't have any issues, no problems, you know, and it still stays. I could literally do a cartwheel with this and go right back to place. I've been wearing this hair for quite some time because I have been super, super obsessed with super duper long hair lately, and I missed it. And you guys know this is something that I am uber obsessed with. So I had to bring my signature back in such a long length. Now, because a lot of people I know this is not realistic for your everyday life, but this is great prom hair, this is great graduation hair, this is great birthday hair. So, you know, just find a stylist who can install this correctly, because no matter how beautiful the bundles are, how much luster is in this hair, if it is not cut right and it is not installed right, it is going to look a hot mangy mess. And especially when hair is so long, you want this part of your hair where your closure is, you want all this to lay down. You do not want to end up with a big, thick Tierra Marie / Hazel E bump. That's not cute, okay? So make sure whoever is installing your hair with a closure, I would have loved a frontal with it. Well, I don't know if I would have loved a frontal with it. I would have probably loved a closure in the same length. So because I could have did what I wanted to do. But it's really hard when you start throwing your hair and moving it. Like if I did it in the middle part and I would have done it, it would look beautiful. But as soon as I move, you can start seeing my layers at where my closure stops. So I pretty much went ahead and cut these layers in it so it can have this nice, beautiful Ariel Barbie, thing. And I'm not going to cut this hair. I am not, because I cut my other hair and it hurt my soul. It's now like 28 inches now. And that may not seem a lot to y'all, but it's not this. It is definitely not this. The second batch of hair that I got from iWear Glam, and I also wanted to switch it up too, because you guys know the last review that I did for them, which I will put here, that hair had a middle part. So I didn't just want to do the same style, but just a middle part with no curls. I wanted to just kind of do something, and I love to throw my hair. I love to swing it and give it, volume, boom. So, of course, but so far, so good. I have experienced a bit of shedding from this hair. It hasn't been excessive. It hasn't been crazy, but I have had a little bit of it. Since when I first put it in, I was getting like a strand here, a strand there, but now I'm getting like a strand like every couple of days. It's not really major, and as full as my hair is, you would not think that it shedded at all. And then again, I actually have a bundle left, a full bundle, and like probably like this much of the last bundle, because I couldn't fit everything in here without it looking bulky. I told myself what I was gonna do when I put it in was I was gonna do doubles, which was I was gonna double two, because it was 8 bundles. So I was like, okay, I'll double 3 and then I'll single the rest. But it's just, my head is just definitely not big enough for that amount of bundles. The great thing about that is that if I ever wanted to squeeze some more hair, or I wanted to redo it, or maybe I had my leave out and I didn't have a closure and I just kind of wanted to redo it, then it's extra hair that I can have to just add, to kind of make it do what it do. But because closures are a section, I could sew tracks in the closure, but it kind of defeats the purpose of having a closure in the first place. It's just kind of like you should have just left your hair out if you was going to do that. So yeah, I know that a lot of you guys were asking me, how do I wrap my hair? How do I deal with hair this long? And I take it off. This is a wig. You guys know everything that I wear, all the hair that I wear is a wig. I do not wear weaves anymore because I don't feel like weaves, they're too... If I want to be red one day, or if I wanted to be red, blue, and orange in one day, I could with the wig. With a weave, no. That's not possible. And some days I do feel like changing my hair 8 different times. So wigs are definitely my choice here. The luster in this hair is beautiful. And I didn't put nothing but a little bit of, again, the heat protecting spray, which doubles as a shine. But as you can see, the shine in his hair is very natural. It's not too shiny. I could make it really shiny, but it's not crazy. It still comes off very natural. And it's the luster is the same here as it is towards the bottom. So a lot of times when you get hair super duper long, make sure the person is doing it correctly. I'm sure if I walk down the street with this, they're gonna be like, you definitely got a weave. You wouldn't just be able to tell where my weave started or where it ended. You would just be like, okay, that's some beautiful hair. Like, it's really full too. And again, it doesn't require 8 to 10 bundles. That is definitely not a requirement. However, you have to remember, when you do get longer hair, you cannot buy 1 bundle. You cannot buy 2 bundles. You can't even buy 3, okay? Especially this long. I would say 4 at the least, because the hair is, because this is Brazilian hair, and Brazilian and Indian hair they're very fine. So the finer the hair, the thinner it's gonna look. So as I'm gonna turn around here and I'm just gonna talk. You cannot see in the back of this, you cannot see my shirt at all. Okay? So if I see you with 34 inches and I can see through your hair to your shirt, you bitch, you need some more bundles. It's just that simple. Because I don't care if you wanted to look realistic, you would not be buying 34 inches. So make it look as realistic as possible, but make sure you have enough cushion because thin weaves are an epidemic and it's a problem. So I would definitely suggest 4, maybe 3. Maybe you could probably get away with 3 bundles if you had like a 30-inch. Because remember, the ends are full too. Look at the ends of my hair. I'm trying to get on my tippy toes so you can see, but I can't because it's too long. But we'll do this. So look at the ends of my hair. And I want you to see how full they are. You see how everything down here is still full? People be looking like they got scraggly ends. Ain't nothing there because they don't have enough hair. And unfortunately, when you go out or you put your hair on Instagram and people be like, oh, mine is slayed. And you be like, no, it's betrayed because that is not how that's not how you do super duper long hair. You can do what you want to do, but I just don't feel like it makes no sense. There's no rhyme or reason to buy 2 bundles of 34 inches and then you go ahead, unless you're going to layer it up like 34, 30, 28, 26 like that because you want it to have a natural layer. That completely, I totally get it. But even then, whenever you buy super duper long hair, make sure that you get 2 of the longest because if you do it, it's still gonna look funny. It may not look terrible, but it'll look funny. But I have all in one length right now, so everything is working in tandem here. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, if you guys want to know more about this and that beautiful flat iron that I have, which actually came with a beautiful carrying case, check out I Wear Glam on Instagram at I Wear Glam Hair, and then also check me out, at LaBoudollface. And if you guys have any more questions about this hair, ask me on Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Okay.